him very much for his leadership in helping with this event. This is really a significant occasion because it honors students and also it honors family members who've been so supportive. So on behalf of faculty and staff, I congratulate our students. They represent this campus in so many ways. They're the best and brightest. And so we're proud of you. We're also proud that you're setting an example for others to follow. You are here being recognized symbolically because of your commitment to learning and to academic excellence. This path that you're on is not very easy. It never is when you're trying to be very good at something. But it's also extremely rewarding. Scholarly achievement will pave the way for a lot of success in your professional life. It opens doors, it gives you so many advantages because it is a knowledge-driven culture that we live in, and it's very important. It also empowers you as scholars to be leaders. So each student represented here today is an ambassador for the university. I want you to be enthusiastic messengers and tellers of your story. It's okay to brag about you because you're demonstrating that you have accomplished and achieved something. So great things are happening. Recognize that success isn't just by your own merits. There are people here tonight, they've been supportive and dedicated with you and for you. There are faculty members, there are staff members, alums, family, and friends. And all of that has been necessary to help you get to where you are today. So I challenge you to do one thing beyond what you usually will be engaged in, and that's to help pave the way for others. You need to share your gifts, use them to the benefit of others, and to make sure that your life is not only just about receiving and working, but it's also about giving. So I'm asking you to continue your legacy of academic excellence. That is a proud legacy. I want to thank you for what you've done, but you represent the reason universities and colleges exist, and that is people who learn at the highest level. So tonight, in addition to my comments, it is a distinct pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker, Dr. Dante Truss, who's our VP for Enrollment. And I'll ask Dr. Truss to come up and make comments to you. Thank you.
Good evening. Oh, wow, I couldn't hear you. Good evening. That's better. I heard that one. To Dr. Dunning, to Dr. Kadee, platform guests, faculty, staff, students, parents, and also our honorees, I am deeply humbled by this opportunity to be here this evening to share a few encouraging words. Prior to us getting started, let's take a moment just to give our honorees a round of applause. I would be remiss if I didn't also allow the honorees to give their parents, their friends, their loved ones, the faculty, staff members who assisted you a round of applause. So honorees, join me in thanking all those persons. It's always a great honor to be a part of programs like this. It's always humbling for me to be able to stand before you and to share encouraging words and inspirational items that hopefully will assist someone along the way with their journey. Because we understand that honors programs, award ceremonies are just really the beginning. It's a celebration of what you've done, but really is just the beginning. And it doesn't mean a whole lot unless you actually finish the task at hand. And for most of you, the task at hand is graduation. So until we get to that point, we know that we still have work to do, but we do know it's important that we stop and enjoy the moment. So again, honorees, we are thankful for you. We're proud of you. Give yourselves a round of applause. But it's also important, honorees, to know that you have to have short memories, because that success, the success that we're recognizing today, on tomorrow, it'll be something else. It'll be a bit different. The game starts all over because you have to start preparing for the next time so that you'll be in attendance at the next honors Award ceremony. The great coaches of America and all across the land, when they win big games, when they win championships, that same night they start plotting a strategy for the next go-round. They start to come up with who they're going to keep on the team, who they're going to remove, who's going to be a part of the next movement. And I challenge you with doing the exact same thing. As you go out and celebrate tonight and enjoy this moment, at the end of this night, I challenge you to start thinking about what is the next step. And what will it take for you to be honored again? What will it take for you to graduate? And even more importantly, what will you do next in your life journey? As I think about Honors Day programs, I have to think about over 20 years ago when I was sitting right where you're sitting now. As a matter of fact, it was a particular Honors Day program that I remember just as if it were yesterday. And again, I'll say over 20 years ago, so you don't know exactly how old I am. I really am. But at this particular award ceremony or Honors Day program, I was there and sitting where you are, and I received my honors. And I thought that was going to be the best thing that was going to happen to me that day. However, I was standing outside of that program with a good friend of mine, a really good friend of mine. And as I was standing there outside with him, this beautiful young lady came up to me. And as she came up to me, I thought to myself, wow, is she coming in my direction? What is this? And as she came up to me, she said to me, and this is my side of the story. I'm sure this young lady might have a slightly different side, but tonight I get to share my side. She said to me, "You sure are handsome." Now, that felt pretty good. The only problem was, after she said it, she kept walking. So now, can you imagine me standing at Honors Day program, feeling pretty good about myself, and now I have a young lady who's come up to me and said, "You sure are handsome," and I'm going to add a piece to it that, I think she said, "and you sure are fine." I'm feeling pretty good, but she walks away. So when she walks away, I said, whoa, wait a minute. I can't believe she just did that. So I started going behind her. I walked behind her aggressively. But as you know, at Honor Day programs, like when you were out in the lobby, it's a lot of people out there. So she was maneuvering through the lobby area, and I was searching for her. And I found her. And when I found her, she was standing next to this gentleman, this very distinguished-looking gentleman. And he was about 6'4", and I'm thinking to myself, man, I don't know if I need to walk up to her, Dr. Kadee. I don't know. But I knew I had to take my shot, if you will. Now, I'm going somewhere with this, and the point I want to make is it's always important to be exactly where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be there. So I walked up, and I shot a three-pointer, if you will. I'm going for it. I said, "Hey, you said I was handsome, and you walked away." She didn't say anything, but the guy that was standing right there looked down and said, he looked, and I'm like, uh-oh, this might not go so well. I don't know who this is. She said, "Hey, my name is Lakeisha." And I said, "Well, my name is Dante." I said, "You said hi, you said I was handsome." I'm adding in, and she said I was fine. And you walked away. What's up? What's going on? Keeping in mind this is Honors Day program. She said, "Well, I got a little nervous when I walked up on you. And this is my father. And if you want to talk to me, you might just want to meet me at Dillard's on Sunday." Dillard's was a shopping place, and maybe some of you are familiar with Dillard's. And that was on Friday. So on Sunday, I went to Dillard's, and she told me a little bit more information. I knew when she was going to be there. And I went, and I met her just where she was working at, and that's what she was doing. She was working there. And later on, that became my wife. And we've been married for many years. But if I would not have been where I needed to be when I needed to be there, and if it were not for an Honors Day program, I might not would have met her. So I'm saying that to say, one of you might meet your husband or your wife tonight. So you are right here where you should be at this moment tonight. Congratulations on being a part of the Honors Day program. And that is a true story. Honors Day is great, but again, it only matters if you finish the task, and that task is graduation. I challenge you not to stop. I challenge you to keep learning, keep pursuing the next degree. Keep going on to the next thing. I challenge you to develop a world perspective. Dr. King stated, if we are to have peace on earth, our loyalties must become ecumenical rather than sectional. Our loyalties must transcend our race, our tribe, our class, and our nation. And this means we must develop a world perspective. We will assist you with developing that world perspective. But in order to get this assistance, you must continue with your education. You must continue to move forward. So get that bachelor's degree next. Get your specialist degree. Get the doctorate. Keep learning. Travel. Go and see some places. Because there is a huge world that you must explore. Because you are planting the seeds for the next generation. Many of you in here are first-generation students. You're the first person in your family to go to college. So as you come across the threshold of this college, not only do you come with your aspirations, but you also come with your loved ones, your little brothers, your little sisters, your cousins, your nieces, your nephews, etc., hoping that you're going to be successful because you're going to be the one who demonstrates for them that they can do it. It's a huge responsibility. But we've learned over the years that to whom much is given, much is required. So it's great that you're here at this honors program, and I know that you represent more than just yourself. And I see that you're taking that task very serious. But again, it does not stop here. This task is just beginning. Now, when Dr. Dunning introduced me, he shared that I'm the Vice President for Enrollment Management. So I don't want to only just challenge our honorees with that task of continuing. I also challenge all of you in attendance, parents, guardians, friends, church members, etc., those who've come out to celebrate these honorees. I challenge you in enrolling as well, re-enrolling if you will, because learning never stops, and it's never too late to develop that world perspective that I described earlier. Now, 5 to 10 minutes for me is very difficult, and I know Dr. Khadi could tell you that's a difficult task, and he's my timekeeper right now, so if I look over at him and he start pointing out the stage, I know it's over. But I'll begin to close with a story. The story is about a young man from Talladega, Alabama. If you know anything about Talladega, Alabama, maybe you're a race fan or whatever the case may be, but if you know anything about Talladega, Alabama, you know that it's filled with poverty. It lacks a lot of opportunities. There are many people in the area who decided that they weren't going to do much. They were not going to decide to go on to college. They take underemployment opportunities and they settle for that. Well, this young man grew up in that, but he had a bit of a vision. He knew that he had some bigger and better things in store for him. It was something that was deep inside of him that said, this can't be the end for me. It cannot be the end. So he kept pushing, he kept prodding, he kept pushing, he kept asking questions. And I challenge you to ask a lot of questions. I challenge you with pushing and prodding. He knew it was something else. And even though he talked to one person and the other person would say, or that person would say that it's not a lot you're going to probably do. You probably end up staying right around here, whatever the case may be. But he knew it was more than that. This young man in an English class one day was told, you shouldn't even go to college. You shouldn't even think about it. Really, you should just start working right now. And if you work long enough, maybe you'll be a line supervisor or something of that nature. There's nothing wrong with being any of that. But this young man knew that that was not his best move. He knew that it was a big world out there, and he wanted to develop a world perspective. This young man had a mother and a grandmother and a father, but specifically a grandmother who was a praying grandmother. And she would always pray for me to be able to do big things, or this person to do big things. I think I gave the hint away, right? Either way, he had a praying grandmother. And she always pushed and prodded him. And she'd always say, it's something about you. It's something about you. It's something about you. It's something in you. For those of you who are here celebrating honorees, you've probably been doing that to some of the honorees, letting them know it's something about you. Keep going. Keep going. You can't stop that. We must keep doing, keep pushing them. Keep pushing them. Keep challenging them. Well, my grandmother and my mother challenged me tremendously, and my father pushed me along. So I showed up on a college campus. Hadn't completed my FAFSA. Had barely completed my application. The first person in the family to go to college. I remember prior to me leaving, I remember my cousin saying to me, and I've switched over and you know who it is now, saying to me, I certainly hope you make it because I want to do the same thing. Imagine hitting a college campus with all those documents that you needed, not prepared, but with the pressure of having to make it because you know some people are looking up to you. As I got there, I remember the instructor who said, you shouldn't even go to college. I used that as my motivation. I said it's a must that I do this. And I'm a very competitive person. Anybody that knows me, I'm constantly in competition mode. It's not good. Don't be that way. But that's who I am. And I wanted to show that instructor that I was going to make it. So I got there and I found out I could do this. I passed the class. I remember my first class was a history class. The instructor said to me, the cream always rises to the top. He said that right after I made the first D on my history paper too. But the cream always rises to the top. I took that as a challenge and said, I'll never make another grade like that. Studied hard. I created a strategy at that point that maybe I won't be the smartest in the room, but no one in the room will outwork me. I'll stay up later. I'll make sure I get up earlier. When everybody else is out hanging out, I may go hang out, but I'm going to get there later than everybody else after I finish the task at hand. So when I finished my bachelor's degree, I decided I owed this instructor one thing. I typed up a nice letter and a nice picture and shared. The bachelor's degree is finished. Thank you for your motivation. And again, keeping in mind that I remember that I could do this, so I went on to get the master's degree. I wrote up another letter and said, thank you for the motivation. Well, I got to my doctorate, and after I really realized that, hey, I can really do this. And I received the doctorate and was hooded, and I went back to the school where this person was. And I walked in and I shared with her what I had accomplished. And she basically said, job well done. I knew you could do it. You just had to be pushed. You just had to be pushed. I don't want you to have to be pushed that way. I'm challenging you now. And I'm telling you that if I can do it, you can do it. It's nothing that you cannot accomplish. Once you realize that you can do all things through him who strengthens you, it's nothing that you cannot accomplish. Set your dreams and your goals extremely high. If your goals and your dreams don't keep you up at night, then change your goals. They're not big enough. Develop a world perspective and be exactly in the spots that you were supposed to be in. And who knows, you might meet a husband or wife tonight. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
We will now begin the Student Awards portion of the evening. Students, when your name is called for an award, please enter the stage to my right and present the appropriate card to Ms. Megan Weaver, Campus Events Scheduling Coordinator. After receiving your award, please exit to my left and return to your seat. We will begin by recognizing the Albany State University West Campus nominees for the All-USA Academic Team and All-Georgia Academic Team.
Jeremiah, thank you very much. The purpose of the All-Georgia Academic Team is to recognize scholarly achievement of students enrolled in community colleges, technical, and junior colleges. For the purpose of these awards, the scholar is defined as one who excels in the classroom, one who has intellectual curiosity. That curiosity should help pursue academic, career, and cultural enrichment outside the traditional classroom, but also one who shows evidence of substantial development of talents in academic and technical education, and who's demonstrated the ability to share those talents and development with others. Eligibility. To be eligible for nomination by the university, a student must currently be enrolled and have completed at least 12 credits at the university, and expect to graduate by August 2017 with an Associate of Arts or an Associate of Science or an Associate of Applied Science degree. The student must have a cumulative grade point average of at least 3.25. The members of the All-Georgia Academic Team are Christine Inyama, Olivia Taft, and Tessa Green. And we'll stop and have these students to come forward. I believe Christine is here.
You can actually keep your
Coca-Cola New Century Scholar. The student receiving the highest All-Georgia Academic Team application score is named a Coca-Cola New Century Scholar, representing Georgia at an event called the President's Breakfast at the American Association of Community Colleges Convention. This program annually recognizes 52 scholars with scholarships of $2,000 each. The Scholars Nominating Institution also receives special recognition at the American Association of Community Colleges Convention. This year's winner for the entire state of Georgia, representing Albany State University, is Christina Nyama.
Dr. Talcadee, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, will present the Outstanding Scholar Awards, and Dr. Olafunke Fontenot, Associate Provost and Associate Vice President for Academic Affairs, will assist him.
The Outstanding Scholar is the student who has won a minimum of 30 semester credit hours, earned here at Albany State University, the greatest place on earth. Second is a candidate for graduation for the 2016-2017 academic year. Third has the highest GPA of all students. The Outstanding Scholars recognized tonight have a 4.0 GPA. Will our Outstanding Scholars please come forward to be recognized?
Christine Nyama. Katie Kofty. Scott Roach. Drew Austin Fields. Yuka Tomlinson. We will now recognize our superior students for each school. To be recognized for this award, the student must possess at least a 3.0 GPA, be a candidate for graduation for the 2016-17 academic year, and be recommended by the faculty. Dr. Carrie Johnson, Interim Dean, will present the awards for the Albany State University College of Health Professions.
Good evening. Additional criteria for selection as a superior student for the Darton College of Health Professions include a commitment to superior scholarship, professionalism, leadership, ethical integrity, and community service. The following students have been nominated and selected by the faculty as the most outstanding in the College of Health Professions and its respective departments: Shelby Helms, Savannah Brumley, Wanda Fawn, Amira Hillsman, Tori Spadell, Mallory Streeter, and Katie Kofty. Congratulations, and please come to the stage to receive your award.
Savannah Brumley. Mallory Streeter. Tori Spidell. Katie Kofty. Dr. Joyce Johnson, Interim Dean, will present the awards for the College of Sciences and Technology.
Good evening. The following students have been nominated and selected by the faculty as the most outstanding in the College of Sciences and Technology and its respective departments: Sabrina Harris, Maria Mohammed, Brittany Orange, Benjamin Bagsit, and Robert Brinson. Congratulations, and please come forward to the stage to receive your award.
Sabrina Harris. Benjamin Bagsit. Brittany Orange. Maria Muhammad. Robert Brinson. Dr. Ronnie George, Interim Dean, will present the awards for the College of Arts and Humanities.
Good evening. Additional criteria for selection as a superior student for the School of Humanities and Social Sciences include excellence in major coursework, scholarship, performance, artistry, leadership, and/or service to the discipline and department. The following students have been nominated and selected by the faculty as the most outstanding in the School of Humanities and Social Sciences and its respective departments: Megan Ebel, Zachary Kennedy, Elena Lewis, Emily Beal, Talia Cicero, Alexander Coe, Kirsten Williams. Congratulations, and please come to the stage to receive your award.
Emily Beal. Zachary Kennedy. Talia Cicero. Kirsten Williams. Dr. Alicia Jackson will present the awards for the College of Business.
Good evening. The following students have been nominated and selected by the faculty as the most outstanding in the College of Business and its respective departments: Scott Roach and Yoon Pa Lee. Please come forward and receive your awards, and congratulations.
Scott Roach. Oompa Lee. Dr. Thomas Thompson, Interim Dean, will present the awards for the College of Education.
Good evening. The following students have been nominated and selected by the faculty as the most outstanding in the College of Education and its respective departments: Alexis Berry and Ariel Patterson. Congratulations for this significant achievement, and please come forward to receive your award.
Ms. Cherie Gordon, Athletic Director, will present the Scholar Athlete Award.
Good evening. I have the honor of presenting the award to the student athlete for Darton State Athletics that had the highest GPA for the women's soccer program. And that student athlete is Jenna Wade. Jenna earned a 3.6 student athlete GPA while competing for the women's soccer team this fall. At the conclusion of this year, she will move on to Mississippi College to continue to pursue her dreams of being a student and an athlete. So Jenna Wade.
We will now recognize our honors program students, presented by Ms. Shani Clark, Assistant Professor of Communication and Coordinator of the Honors Program. Will all Scholar and SAGE recipients please line up to my right?
Good evening. The Honors Program provides challenging and critical thinking-based honors courses. Students in the program must maintain a 3.0 GPA, earn a B average or above in their honors courses, and complete the Honors Leadership Development course. They must also participate in cultural, community service, and campus activities. There are 2 awards students can receive: the Scholar Award, where they complete 3 to 5 honors courses, and the SAGE Award, where they complete 6 or more honors courses. SAGE recipients will receive a designation of Honors Program Graduate on their transcripts.
Liliana Juarez. Christine Inyama. Ashlyn Elder. Keilani Shiro. Rachel Sabino. Nana Anakwa Rachel. Keandra Jackson. Emily Beal. We will now honor our students who have exhibited excellence in service. Ronnie Davis, Interim Assistant Vice President of Student Affairs and Student Success, will present the award for Club of the Year.
Good evening. The Club of the Year is presented to the club which has made a significant contribution to the students and the college through service, activities, and attendance, and participation in campus life activities and athletics. The Club of the Year candidates were nominated by the Committee of Faculty and Students and the faculty advisors. This year's Club of the Year is Omega Xi Theta.
It is now time for our organizational honors. Ms. Deborah Lisgreen, Assistant Professor of Theater, will present the awards for Delta Psi Omega.
Good evening. Delta Psi Omega is the two-year college division of the National Theater Honor Society, Alpha Psi Omega. Delta Psi Omega exists to promote theatrical production and scholarship among two-year degree students, and to honor those theater students who maintain satisfactory scholarship and who have executed production work of such merit and quality as to be approved by the director for membership.
Ms. Maddie Shiloh, Assistant Professor of Nursing, will present the awards for Lambda Chi Nu.
Good evening. Lambda Chi Nu is an honor society for nursing students who are pursuing their associate degree at Albany State University. The criteria are outstanding or significant contribution to Albany State University, grade point average of at least 3.2 or above while a student at the university, consistently demonstrates excellence in clinical performance, and is selected by the nursing faculty by majority vote.
Ms. Lauren Mueller, Assistant Professor of Biology and MESA Coordinator, will present the awards for MESA.
Good evening. Mathematics, Engineering, Science Achievement, or MESA, is an academic preparation program created to provide academic support to students. MESA serves those students that are underrepresented in science, technology, engineering, or math or STEM fields.
Mr. Frank Melanowski, Assistant Professor of Computer Science, will present the awards for Phi Theta Kappa.
Phi Theta Kappa is the world's largest honor society, focusing on recognizing scholarship for students that are working on two-year degrees. At Albany State University, students are offered membership in Phi Theta Kappa once they have completed 12 GPA hours and have a GPA of 3.4 or higher. Once they become members, students have available to them significant leadership development opportunities both on and off campus.
Ms. Christina Cooper, Transitional Studies and First Year Programs Coordinator, will present the National Recognition Awards and the Chapter Awards for Sigma Kappa Delta.
Sigma Kappa Delta English Honor Society provides exceptional students opportunities for advancing the study of language and literature. Sigma Kappa Delta is honoring its outstanding graduates for 2017 this evening. To receive honors cords, members must be active contributors to the organization, must submit multiple pieces for publication consideration, or must make extensive contributions to community service.
Mr. Jason Armstrong, Assistant Professor of Criminal Justice and Criminal Justice Undergraduate Program Coordinator, will present the awards for Omega Xi Theta.
Omega Xi Theta is the Criminal Justice Honor Society, and as y'all saw a few minutes ago, Club of the Year for the second year in a row. The criteria for this award includes a student must be an active member of the Criminal Justice Club with an overall GPA of 3.0 or higher and a GPA of 3.5 or higher in all criminal justice courses.
Dr. Olafunke Fontenot, Associate Provost and Associate Vice President of Academic Affairs, will present the awards for Who's Who.
Good evening. To be selected for the Who's Who Award, students must have graduated during the summer or fall semester of the preceding year or have 40 semester hours at the end of the fall semester. Students must have a minimum of 2.50 cumulative grade point average, including institutional credit. Students must be of good character. Students must have excelled in one or more of the following: student activities, service to the college, service to the community, and scholastic performance.
Will all those receiving organizational honors and recognition please line up to my right per row as indicated by the usher. Haley Nutt, Lambda Chi Nu. Anna Langley, Lambda Chi Nu. Jordan Duran, Lambda Chi Nu. Jenna Roberts, Lambda Chi Nu. Kelly Young, Who's Who. Mallory Streeter, Lambda Chi Nu. Sabrina Harris, Mesa, and Phi Theta Kappa. Emily Beal, Phi Theta Kappa. Christine Nyama, Mesa, Who's Who, Phi Theta Kappa. Sigma Kappa Delta. Scott Roach, Phi Theta Kappa. Talia Cicero, Phi Theta Kappa. Zachary Kennedy, Phi Theta Kappa, Omega Xi Theta, Sigma Kappa Delta. Krishika Duncan, Who's Who. Stephen Colbert, Delta Psi Omega, Who's Who. Asia Baskerville, Who's Who. Robert Brinson, Phi Theta Kappa, Sigma Kappa Delta. Jarvis Prince, Delta Psi Omega. Keandra Jackson, Who's Who, Phi Theta Kappa. Kayla Williams, Sigma Kappa Delta. Dion Mathis, Omega Xi Theta. Maricruz Perez, Omega Xi Theta. Michael Poupard, Who's Who. Nana Anaqua Rachel, Mesa, Phi Theta Kappa, Sigma Kappa Delta. Brittany Orange, Mesa. Benjamin Bagsit, Mesa. Erica Alcantara, Lambda Chi Nu. Jerlisa Jones, Lambda Chi Nu, Sigma Kappa Delta, Phi Theta Kappa. Ashley Lindsay, Lambda Chi Nu. Tori Spidell, Lambda Chi Nu. Cameron Sutherland, Delta Psi Omega. Amani Mitchell, Delta Psi Omega. Maria Muhammad, Mesa. Oompa Lee, Phi Theta Kappa. Yuka Tomlinson, Sigma Kappa Delta. It is my pleasure to introduce Keandra Jackson, Honors Program Student Mentor, to make our closing remarks.
Let's give another round of applause for all of the award recipients tonight, as well as faculty and staff who put on this wonderful ceremony. We would like to thank all family and friends for attending this ceremony and being a support for the award recipients. We now would like to extend the invitation and invite you all to the reception, which will proceed after the ceremony in the lobby, where refreshments will be served and you will be able to meet and greet with all recipients. Again, congratulations, thank you, and good night.
Students, if you would like a picture with your club advisor, please come to the stage. Thank you.